All right, this video is for username Rude Doggy on YouTube. I actually told him I'd make this video. Anyways, 1990 Ford Bronco. You can see it's got the 6-inch super lift on it. You can see it's got the radius arms on there, the long radius arms. I can't remember what the length of them are. I want to say like 42 inch or something like that. The reason I went with those is because I could have did for, is like, I think this is only like $300 more. I figured $300 more, I might as well add all this on here. But the factory ones, they only come down to about right here. As for the wheels, they are Continental mud terrains. They are the 285/70R17, which is a 33-inch tire, and then I've got 17-inch wheels on it. I live in Arizona, so there's tons of cactus everywhere. You can see the bottom. I got the bottom all, I completely power washed it. It took me a whole day to sit here and power wash the whole bottom of this thing. In Arizona, so I'm not really worried about rust, but I just figured to clean it up, make it look good. I ended up putting some rubberized undercoating to make it look a little bit better. As for the rear lift blocks, I ended up doing the lift blocks that the Super Lift came with, and then the factory angle block. And the reason I kept that in there is because I don't have a double card on anymore. I eliminated that because I was having issues with it, and it was just kind of the quickest, easiest thing I could do at the time. So I haven't had any issues with that. I personally don't care for the double card-ons. I've never had that drive shaft pop out. I've had this thing pretty flexed up already, and I've never had an issue with it. The whole reason I have this in here is because if you look at the geometry of the drive shaft, as long as that's in there, you can see the drive shaft is in perfect line with the axle, and whenever it gets flexed up, all that's going to do is push up higher and straighten out anyways. It's pretty much going to stay straight the whole time it flexes. For the exhaust, it's got a full 3.5-inch MagnaFlow. It used to have the catalytic converter on it. It ended up, the catalyst inside busted and it clogged up, so we hollowed it out, so now it's literally straight through, nothing, no obstructions, no nothing. So it sounds pretty damn good. I'll show you the front of it here in just a sec. As you can see, so the front end looks like it's off, but it's just because it's parked on a, I mean, there's a good 6-inch drop over here in the ground. But if you look underneath, I have the correct drop brackets and everything right there. I've got the steering correction kit, and you got the aftermarket tie rods and everything. They call it the steering correction kit, which it actually does help out a lot. And then he's got the pitment drop arm and all that good stuff. It came with these springs and these shocks and all the hardware and everything. So anyways, paint looks like shit. Door panels look like shit, but when I come across a good deal on these, I'm going to get some, because, well, these door panels are expensive, man. I went to get me some, and I just can't bring myself to spend $500 on a set of 2 of them. I mean, if I was rich, sure, I would definitely have this thing completely decked out already, but I've been doing this little by little. It's a work in progress. Otherwise, the interior, like the carpet and the seats and stuff, are in pretty decent shape. Except for that seat, you can tell it's got 219,000 miles on it. That door panel is bad too. The funny thing is, I almost had a set of door panels for this, except for the guy had 2 of them. He was selling them $150 a piece. He ended up selling one. I couldn't find another one, so I didn't want to put one new door panel on, have one crappy one, you know. That was the most recent damage. That was like a year and a half, 2 years ago. I went to pull the hood release thing and it just snapped right off. Plastic in this Arizona summer does not last. So you can see back here, you can see carpet in the back seat and everything is in really good shape on this thing. Go back here, the door panel is taken apart. I have a piece of wood holding the back window up because the motor took a crap on me too. But like I said, it's work in progress. I inherited this thing from my dad when he was alive. Was it 6 years now? 6-7 years ago. He used to keep this thing immaculate. And then when I had it, that's when it kind of started falling apart and stuff. Actually, when he had it, the door panels that's when the door panels started taking a dump, unfortunately. It does have the annoying push button 4-wheel drive, unfortunately. I have had to fix the encoder motor once already, because I was out for buying. I just want to see how far I can get in 2-wheel drive. and went to lock it into 4-wheel drive, and when I hit the button, it locked in, and then like it almost locked in and it wouldn't lock in because the wheels are bound up, because like I said, I was trying to see how far I can get, and it broke the gears inside the encoder motor. So yeah, I still have to fix that yet. AC works beautiful in this thing. So I mean, the biggest problems right now are just the door panels, getting the paint fixed, and getting the rear motor fixed, and I mean, that's really about it. Other than that, I mean, there's just like little things under the hood I can do still, but I mean, it still runs good, it still drives good, shifts perfect. Maybe I'll have to do some videos on when I do some upgrades, more upgrades and stuff, and keep you guys updated if anybody else is interested.